Before the legend of vampires, there was a real man far more terrifying. Vlad the Impaler, ruler of Wallachia in the 15th century, was a medieval prince best known for his terrifyingly brutal method of execution, impaling his enemies on wooden stakes. But how many enemies does it take to make a monster? Welcome back, everyone. Today we'll meet the man who may have inspired Bram Stoker to write Dracula. Vlad the Impaler, also called Vlad III, was born in 1431 in Transylvania. The region was at the time a part of the Kingdom of Hungary and was known for its large population of Saxons, a Germanic people who had settled there in the 12th century. But Vlad's family were the local rulers, and they had a pretty good claim to the title Dracula. No, really, that's where the name comes from. Vlad's father, Vlad the Impaler, was known as Dracula, or the Dragon, and when Vlad III was born, his father reportedly exclaimed, "May the son of the dragon be son of the dragon." So the family name was Dracula, but we know them today because of what Vlad the Impaler did during his reign as Prince of Wallachia from 1456 to 1462, and again briefly in 1465 and 1476. He was involved in the political struggles of the time, fighting against the expanding Ottoman Empire. In 1456, Vlad succeeded his father as prince, despite the fact that their honorific title was really just Son of the Dragon. However, this didn't stop him from doing the job the title implied. Despite being small for his time, only about 5 feet tall, he was a fierce warrior who fought on the front lines. In 1461, Vlad led a group of 40,000 men into battle against the Turks. He was outnumbered 3-1, but he still managed to win. Unfortunately, the peace didn't last long. In 1465, Vlad was forced to flee to Transylvania after an army of 80,000 Ottomans invaded Wallachia. He lived in exile for the next 4 years until he was allowed back to Wallachia in 1469. It was around this time that tales of his brutality began to spread across Europe. His preferred method of execution was to impale his enemies on wooden stakes, often leaving them to die slowly from their wounds or from exposure to the elements. Vlad is said to have created the Forest of the Impaled near the city of Targoviste, where he left thousands of bodies as a warning to any would-be invaders. These stories likely contributed to the legend of Dracula, since Vlad was known for dipping his bread in blood during meals and allegedly dipped his bread in the blood of his enemies. However, to his own people, Vlad was a hero who defended Wallachia from foreign occupation. He ruled fairly and protected his people from the nobility who lived in the fancy castles in the mountains. Vlad himself lived in a simple palace made of wood, not stone, and when he traveled, he preferred to go by night so he could avoid the crowds. Among his enemies, though, tales of his cruelty spread like wildfire. He was called a bloodthirsty monster who delighted in torturing his victims. Stories about him were sensationalized and exaggerated, no doubt, but one can't deny that his reign was marked by great suffering. While historians debate exactly what Vlad did and what he didn't do, Stoker had his story and used it to inspire his novel. What happened to Vlad the Impaler is unknown. Some accounts say that in 1476, when he was called to the court of King Matthias Corvinus of Hungary, he was beheaded. Others say that after his arrival in Hungary, his body disappeared from his prison cell, never to be seen again. Legends grew that he did not truly die but returned as a vampire. Today, Vlad the Impaler remains a figure caught between history and myth. Was he a ruthless killer or a misunderstood hero? You decide in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already and come back soon for more stories of history's most fascinating monsters.